Okay, last class we discussed some of the important problems based on the stress concentration with respect to axial load, bending load as well as torsion load. Today also we will discuss one more very important problem which is based on the stress concentration with respect to axial load, bending moment as well as twisting moment. First, let us understand the given problem. Okay, so here what we need to do, we need to determine the maximum stresses induced in a semicircular grooved shaft. Okay, we need to determine the maximum stresses in a semicircular grooved shaft as shown in figure. Okay, if it is subjected to an axial load of 40 kilonewton. Okay, this is the first condition. Next, a bending moment of 400 newton meter. Okay, and the third case is the twisting moment of 500 newton meter. Okay, the twisting moment of 500 newton meter. Here we need to take the stress concentration into an account. Okay, we need to consider the stress concentration into an account. Okay, so this is a given problem. Okay, this is a given figure. Okay, with respect to this figure, okay, there is a shaft, okay, which is having a semi grooved shaft. Okay, so as shown in this figure, okay, so which is subjected to 40 kilonewton axial load, okay, bending moment 400 newton meter, and also the twisting moment of 500 newton meter. Okay, the diameter of the shaft is 60 mm, and okay, the radius of that semi groove is 5 mm. Okay, so this is a given problem. Okay, this is a given problem. Here we have three cases. Okay, here we have three cases. Okay, we will discuss one by one. Okay, first we will discuss the first case. Okay, we will discuss the first case, an axial load of 40 kilonewton, an axial load of 40 kilonewton. Okay, so this is the first case. Okay, so for that okay, this is a given figure. Sorry, there is a groove. Okay, the diameter of the shaft is 60 mm. Diameter of the shaft is 60 mm. An axial load of how much? 40 kilonewton. 40 kilonewton. Okay, the radius of the groove R is equal to 5. Okay, 5 mm. Here what we need to do? We need to find out this diameter also. Diameter of the semi groove. Okay, so this is the given figure. Okay, this is the given figure. Okay, so now what we need to do? Okay, from the geometry of the figure. Okay, from the geometry of the figure, capital D is equal to D plus 2R. Okay, capital D is equal to D plus 2R. Okay, if you simplify this, D is equal to okay, capital D minus 2R. Capital D minus 2R. We know that okay, D is equal to 60 mm. Okay, here F is equal to 40 kilonewton. Okay, so F is equal to 40 kilonewton. So here 40 into 10 to the power 3 newtons. Okay, and R is equal to 5 mm. R is equal to 5 mm. Okay, so here this is the given data with respect to a first condition called okay, an axial load of 40 kilonewton. Okay, an axial load of 40 kilonewton. Okay, next what we need to do? So with respect to this figure, we need to find out the d by d as well as r by d ratio. Okay, d by d as well as r by d ratio. For that, what we need to do? From the design data handbook. Okay, from the design data handbook. Okay, the figure number 4.14. Okay, from the design data handbook, the figure number 4.14 or 4.14a. Okay, so we can refer the d by d as well as r by d ratio. Okay, now you can observe here, this is a figure number 4.14a. Okay, this is a figure number 4.14a. Here you can see here, this is the cross section we have. Okay, So here the shaft is subjected to axial load of 40 kilonewton. You can observe here the nature of the load is axial load. Okay, nature of the load is axial load. You can see here, okay, the figure is subjected to an axial load. Okay, now what we need to do, okay, from figure 4.14 slash 4.14a from design data handbook, figure number 4.14 or 4.14a from the design data handbook. What we need to do, we need to find out the d by d ratio. What is the d by d? Okay, capital D is 60 mm. Okay, and we need to find out the small d. Okay, how we can find out the small d? Okay, small d is equal to capital D is 60 minus 2 into r. R is nothing but a 5 mm. Okay, if you simplify this, we will get 50 mm. This is the small d. Okay, capital D is 60, small d is 50. Okay, if you simplify that, you will get 1.2. Okay, you will get 1.2. Next, same way we need to find out that one more ratio called small r by d ratio. Okay, that is equal to what is the r? R is nothing but a radius, okay, of that semi groove, that is 5 mm. 5 divided by what is the small d? Small d is equal to 50 mm. Okay, so 5 by 50, okay, we will get 0.1. This is the r by d ratio. Okay, so this is the r by d ratio. Okay, so if you simplify this, you will get the value d by d as well as r by d ratio. Okay, d by d as well as r by d ratio. Now, okay, now from figure 4 point, okay, now from figure 4.14, okay, from figure, okay, from figure 4.14 slash 4.14a from design data handbook. Okay, this is the nature of the graph. Now you can see here. Okay, so what is the r by d ratio here? Okay, we'll get d by d is equal to 1.2, r by d is equal to 0.1, d by d is equal to 1.2 and r by d is equal to 0.1. Okay, so for this ratio, okay, this is a figure number 1.14 or 1.14a from the design data handbook. Now you can see this is a, okay, figure number 1.14 or 1.14. okay, this one 1.14a. you can see this is the x axis is r by d ratio. Okay, y axis is the stress concentration called K sigma. Okay, with respect to the case 1. Okay, you can see this is a figure. Now what you need to do, okay, we'll get 0.1. Okay, now you can see here we'll get 0.1 here. Okay, so this is 0.1 r by d ratio. Okay, now you extend one line like this. Okay, for d by d, this is the d by d ratio. Okay, these are the lines, okay, which is intended d by d. Okay, d by d ratio. Now you can see you can extend one straight line here up to d by d. How much will get? 1.2. Okay, where will get 1.2? This is a 1.2 line. Okay, you extend up to, okay, here 1.2. How much will get? Okay, so here the stress concentration factor K sigma, okay, this is a 2.1. okay, here 2.1. okay, so here somewhere we will get d by d called 1.2. so exactly it will coincide at 2.175, okay, to this line. You draw one more line here and you draw straight line, exactly it will coincide somewhere here, will get 2.175. okay, the K sigma. Okay, here this is the r by d ratio of 0.1, somewhere you will get here. Okay, there is a d by d which is exactly, if you draw one line, straight line, which is parallel to y axis. Okay, this is d by d of 1.2. okay, then you draw one more line exactly here, get K sigma is equal to 2.175. This is how you can find out the, okay, you can use the data handbook to find the stress concentration, theoretical stress concentration factor called K sigma. Okay, the stress concentration factor K sigma is equal to 2.175. 2.175. Okay, this is how you can find out. Okay, same in the rest of the procedure should be same. Okay, for axial load, for axial load, what is the nominal stresses? Sigma nominal is equal to F by A. This is a formula we can use to find out the nominal stresses with respect to axial load. Okay, so here if you substitute that values in this equation, okay, so here how much we will get? 40 into 10 to the power 3. This is the load, axial load. F is equal to 40 into 10 to the power 3 divided by area. Okay, A is equal to 5 by 4 into d square. Okay, 5 by 4 into d square. If you substitute that values, okay, 5 by 4 into 50 square. Okay, if you simplify, okay, sigma nominal is equal to how much you will get? Simplify that, you will get around 20.372 Newton per mm square. Okay, this is the value. Okay, nominal stresses with respect to axial load. Now what we need to find out? We need to find out the stress concentration factor. Okay, we know stress concentration factor, but here what we need to find out? We need to find out the maximum stresses with respect to axial load. Okay, so here K sigma is equal to sigma max divided by sigma nominal. Okay, we know the value for K sigma, okay, which is 2.175. okay, 2.175 is equal to sigma max divided by nominal stresses with respect to axial load, that is 20.372. okay, 20.372. If you simplify that, maximum stresses is equal to, okay, if you simplify these two, we will get the maximum stresses is equal to 44.3 Newton per mm square. 44.3 Newton per mm square. This is the value. Okay, so this is the value, the maximum stresses with respect to axial load, okay, for the given problem. Okay, next we have one more very important, okay, second condition. The second condition is nothing but a, okay, here a bending moment of 400 Newton meter, a bending moment of 400 Newton meter. Okay, for that we have, okay, this is a, for that we have a figure. Okay, this is a given figure. Okay, so we know that diameter of the semi grooved shaft is 60 mm. Okay, this is a small d. Okay, from the geometry of the figure, same procedure, you need to find out the small d. Okay, here what is the given data? Okay, here what is the nature of the load? That is called MB. Okay, MB. Okay, you can see this is a problem. Okay, so here what is the radius? R is equal to 5. R is equal to 5. Okay, so what is the given data here? MB is equal to 400 Newton meter, that is equal to 4 into 10 to the power 5 Newton millimeter. Okay, Newton millimeter. Okay, if you convert that into Newton millimeter, next what we have? Okay, here we have one more very important okay, equation. One more important data, R same, R is equal to 5 mm. Okay, and capital D is equal to 60 mm with respect to second case also. Okay, so here what we need to do? we need to find out that, okay, R by D as well as D by D ratio, okay, with respect to case 2, with respect to the case 2. Okay, same thing, okay, we need to follow, okay, from design data handbook, or okay, here we have D is equal to 60 mm, okay, from the geometry of the figure, okay, same thing, okay, from the geometry of the figure, what we need to find out, okay, we need to find out D is equal to D plus 2R, that is equal to D is equal to capital D minus 2R, okay, that is equal to 60 minus 2 times okay, phi, the radius, R is equal to phi is equal to radius of the semi groove, that we will get 50 mm. Okay, so then what we need to do, we need to find out that theoretical stress concentration factor from the figure, okay, from the design data handbook, okay, from the figure we need to find out the stress concentration factor, okay, K sigma we need to find out from 4.16 or 4.16a, refer design data handbook, for D by D as well as R by D ratio, okay, D by D as well as R by D ratio, we know capital D, that is 60 mm, we know small d, that is 50 mm, if we simplify this we will get 1.2, okay, and we know small r, that is 5 mm, and we know small d, that is 50 mm, okay, if we simplify that we will get 0.1 mm, same thing, okay. Then what we need to do from design data handbook, okay, this is the nature of the problem, x axis, that is R by D, y axis, that is K sigma, okay, the stress concentration, okay, here we have capital D by small d, that is equal to 1.2 line, okay, here R by D which is 0.1, okay, you draw one line exactly here, okay, which is exactly coincide with D by D line, then you draw one more line exactly to this point, okay, we will get stress concentration, okay, maximum stress concentration factor, that is K sigma is equal to 1.88, okay. Now you observe, I will show you how to take the value for the stress concentration with respect to this, okay, from the design data handbook, Now you can see from the figure number 4.16a, okay, this is a figure number 4.16a which is subjected to bending moment, okay, you just see this is a figure, okay, we have this is a capital D and this is a small d, okay, the diameter with respect to groove, okay, for this we have, this is a table, okay. Now you see here we have, okay, R by D how much we will get, that is 0.1, okay, 0.10, just, okay, you observe this is a the lines which is indicated D by D, capital D by D, okay, capital D by D how much we will get, 1.2, okay, you can see the somewhere here we will get 1.2, okay, this is a line we have, okay, you just draw one line exactly which is coincide to the, okay, D by D line, capital D by D line, that is 1.2, okay, just somewhere here we will get, okay, somewhere here we will get, and again you draw one line like this and you draw one more line like this, okay, where exactly both the lines will coincide, okay, you just measure that we will get somewhere 1.88, okay, 1.88, okay, somewhere here you will get the lines, that is 1.88, okay. This is a stress concentration factor with respect to the figure number 4.16a or 4.16, okay, from the design data handbook for D by D ratio as well as R by D ratio, okay, for D by D ratio as well as R by D ratio. Now same procedure, okay, you need to follow the same procedure for bending load, okay, here the nominal stresses, okay, for bending load nominal stresses, okay, what is the formula we need to find out, sigma max is equal to mb by I into C, okay, we know that, we know this, okay, this is a equation, you see this is a figure what we have, okay, for that in that figure they have given I by C is equal to pi d cube divided by 32, okay. So with respect to this maximum bending moment, okay, for that what we need to consider, okay, you can see here, okay, I'll also write this equation like this, okay, mb by I by C, okay. So So if you simplify this, mb by, what is I by c? Okay, so that is pi d cube, moment of inertia and suction modulus. Okay, moment of inertia, that is pi d cube divided by 32, pi d cube divided by 32. Okay, moment of inertia. Okay, then if you substitute all the values into this equation, what is the mb? Okay, with respect to this second condition, mb is equal to 4 into 10 to the power 3 Newton millimeter, sorry, 10 to the power 5 Newton millimeter. Okay, if we substitute all the values into this equation, 4 into 10 to the power 5, okay, into, I'll just write it directly, 32 divided by, okay, pi into, okay, what is the diameter d cube? 50 cube, small diameter. Okay, if you simplify this, we will get 32.595 Newton per mm square. Okay, this is a maximum stresses. Okay, this is the nominal stresses. Okay, nominal stresses with respect to bending moment, that is nominal stresses, that is 32.595 Newton per mm square, Newton per mm square. Okay, this is the value. Now we know the stress concentration, K sigma is equal to sigma max divided by sigma nominal. Okay, sigma max divided by sigma nominal. We know, okay, the K sigma is 1.88. 1.88 is equal to, we don't know the maximum stresses, sigma maximum divided by, what is the sigma nominal? Sigma nominal is equal to, okay, sigma nominal is equal to 32.595. okay, if you simplify this, we will get, okay, sigma maximum is equal to 61.3 Newton per mm square. Sigma maximum is equal to 61.3 Newton per mm square. Okay, this is the maximum stresses with respect to the bending moment. Okay, maximum stresses with respect to the bending moment. Okay, this is the maximum stresses with respect to bending moment. Now we have one more very important case called case 3. Okay, so which is a twisting moment of 500 Newton meter. Okay, a twisting moment of 500 Newton meter. Okay, this is the given case. Okay, here we have case 3, a twisting moment of 500 Newton meter. 500 Newton meter. Okay, here we have, okay, you just see here, oh, this is a group, r is equal to 5. Okay, this is the small diameter, the capital diameter 60 mm, and here we have, okay, mt, twisting moment. Okay, so twisting moment mt. Okay, that is 500 Newton meter. Okay, this is the given data. Here mt is equal to, with respect to the third case, mt is equal to 500 Newton meter, that is equal to 5 into 10 to the power 5 Newton millimeter. 5 into 10 to the power 5 Newton millimeter. Okay, here we have, and next what we have, as usual, the diameter 60 mm, and okay, r is equal to 5 mm, and d we need to find. Okay, from the geometry of the figure, okay, from the geometry of the figure, d is equal to same thing, d plus 2r. Okay, that is equal to, okay, small d is equal to d minus 2r. Okay, if we simplify that, 60 into 2 times of radius, we will get 50 mm. We will get 50 mm. Same thing. Okay, from okay, from design data handbook, from figure number 4.18 or 4.18a, 4.18 or 4.18a from the design data handbook. Okay, capital D by D, we need to find out two ratios with respect to this condition, capital D by D as well as R by D ratio. Capital D we know 60 mm, okay, small d we know 50 mm. If you simplify this, we'll get 1.2 as usual. Okay, what is R? R is equal to 5. What is the D? Diameter is equal to 50. If we simplify this, we'll get 0.1. Okay, then from the figure number 4.18, okay, from the figure number 4.18 or 4.18a, what is the nature of the drawing? This is the how we'll get the figure. I will show you how to take that values from the design data handbook. Okay, so in x axis we have R by D, y axis we have k tau. Why? Okay, the problem is subjected to twisting moment. Okay, the shear stress. Okay, so stress concentration. Okay, so if you, okay, here we have capital D by D, that is 1.2. Okay, here we have the figure number 4.18. okay, the figure number 4.18, you can see this is the figure number 4.18. okay, the problem is subjected to maximum, okay, twisting moment mt. okay, here capital D, small d, okay, j by c we have, okay, mt by j is the okay, mt by j. okay, here we have that equation, okay, by using that mt by j into c, that is the nominal stresses. okay, nominal stresses, okay, with respect to this problem. Now you can see this is a figure number 4.18a from the design data handbook. The page number is 4.18 from the design data handbook Lingaya, okay, the volume 1. You can see this is a stress concentration factor for the grooved shaft in torsion. okay, stress concentration factor k tau for the grooved shaft in torsion. In x axis we have R by D ratio, in y axis we have k tau, x axis we have R by D and y axis we have k tau. Now you can see here what is the R by D ratio we will get. R by D ratio is 0.1, okay, this is a 0.1. Now you see this is a 1.2 line, okay, here these lines which indicates the capital D by D, that is called 1.2, this is a 1.2. Now you just extend one line like this. okay, now you extend one line like this, okay, somewhere here, okay, okay, it will be coincide to this D by D line, and same way you just draw one more line from here to here, okay, where exactly which is okay, coincide this point. okay, now you measure, okay, which is 4 point, okay, which is okay, if you measure that you will get 4.46, okay, somewhere 4.46 k tau you will get 4 point, okay, sorry, k tau you will get